Hello, welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if this is your first time here. For those that are here for the first time, my name is Amy, and as promised, I'm beginning my video series on intermittent fasting today. So, I recorded this video once, and I just ran on and on and on, so this time I took notes. And I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to be more concise, to the point, and a little more organized for you. So we're gonna start out with what is intermittent fasting. If you are looking for a great resource, there is a book by the author Jen Stevens. It's called Delay, Don't Deny. She has talked a lot about her journey in dieting and struggling with weight loss, and then how she came to intermittent fasting. She presents all the research that she's found in a very readable, relatable way, and then obviously links to the books that you can read if you want to read the research on your own. So that has been a very valuable resource for me, as well as the Facebook support group that she has. She's not sponsoring this video. She doesn't even know I'm making it. I just really, really love the group, the book, and all of the support and encouragement and information that is made readily available. So that's been fantastic. So we're just gonna jump in, and I'm going to answer a few basic questions. So intermittent fasting is when you only eat for a certain period in the day, and the rest of the time you're fasting. Now, fasting means not taking in calories. Nothing other than water, black coffee, tea, as long as it's unflavored tea. If this is natural flavors, that doesn't count. Sorry, you can have it in your window. A window, by the way, since I'm going to throw that word around, is the period of time where you eat during the day. So, for me, when I fast, I strive to do a 16-hour fast, and then my eating window is anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, maybe 10. It depends on the day. That is the beautiful part about intermittent fasting, is it is flexible. It's not a restrictive diet. It is a lifestyle, and it's very achievable. It's very easy to maintain and to follow. You can fit it to your life. For me, at least a 16-hour fast is the best option. I have gone up to 19 hours, but I don't go anything too far past that. Not because I can't, I just usually don't want to. I do want to work up to do a few longer fasts, because when you get into the longer fasts, there's a couple of different things that happen during fasting, and the longer fasts are when you start to see some of those at full effect. But intermittent fasting is not anything beyond a 72-hour fast, and that is not something that you should do one right after the other or back to back, but we can talk about that later. So just basically, what are the benefits of intermittent fasting? The benefits of intermittent fasting, ketosis. So we've all heard about ketosis because the keto diet is a super popular thing, and everybody wants to achieve ketosis, and ketosis, I'm gonna say ketosis. Everybody wants to achieve it because it's the amazing fat burning weight loss secret that is sweeping the nation. That's not incorrect. But there are different ways to get there. So on the keto diet, the theory is that you're eating things that don't have carbs, so your body is not burning through the carbs, converting them to sugar and burning through those for energy, but rather is producing ketones, puts you into ketosis, burns fat. Intermittent fasting does the same thing. After about a 12-hour fast, your body will begin to eat through the glycogen stores that are in your body, and once it's gotten through those, it'll go into ketosis much faster. But at about the 12-hour mark, once you've cleared out all your glycogen stores, you're going into ketosis every day. Intermittent fasting corrects insulin resistance, which means that over a period of time, after we've consumed so much sugar and just had constant feeding and constant calorie intake and constant insulin spikes in our body, your body builds up a resistance to the insulin, and so the insulin's not doing its job anymore, so it has to create more and more and more. The problem is when you're creating more and more and more insulin acts as a chemical messenger to your body that says store fat. Store fat, we might need it later. So when your body's producing insulin, you're not burning fat. So intermittent fasting can help correct your body's insulin resistance for people that have like type 2 diabetes, and their body has built up a resistance to the insulin, and so is storing fat. They tend to, have trouble losing weight, be overweight. They have issues with their insulin, their blood sugar, and whatnot. So Intermittent fasting can correct that insulin resistance, which will help them lose weight, and it will also help, in some cases, reverse type 2 diabetes. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not making medical claims. This is just information that I've read on research. Please consult your doctor. Not me. Autophagy is another benefit. Autophagy is the cell's natural process of ridding themselves of bad toxins, taking out the garbage, if you will, any like dying cells, dying cell parts. It's basically the regenerative process of your body. So your cells empty the garbage and take it out, and that's what autophagy is. Autophagy kicks in. It's going on anyway, but it kicks in at a higher rate when you're doing intermittent fasting. From what I have read, it peaks around the 24-hour mark, which is why I mentioned wanting to do some longer fasts just for more healing benefits, but I wouldn't do those all the time. I would do them every once in a while. Obviously, one of the benefits is going to be weight loss. You're depleting those glycogen stores. Once the glycogen stores are gone, your body starts converting fat to energy and using that to burn during your fasting period, which is obviously going to help you lose weight and maintain at a healthy weight. So once you get down to whatever your body's optimal weight is, you'll kind of just hang out there, and then you go into what's called maintenance. I'm not there yet. It's my goal. Yeah, so that brings me into another point, which is talking about insulin. I said that it can help correct insulin resistance and reduce the insulin in your body. The key to intermittent fasting being successful with insulin reduction and reducing insulin resistance is a clean fast. So that again means coffee, water, herbal teas, but they have to be actual teas, not like flavored concoctions of stuff that they stick in there and then you steep it and it tastes delicious. Because there's actually been studies that indicate that just a sweet taste, not necessarily intaking sugar, but a sweet taste, doesn't raise your blood sugar, but it does trigger insulin release in your body, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So with that information in mind, what are my goals? We're going to talk about what my goals are with the intermittent fasting. So my primary goal is reduction in inflammation. Inflammation is awful. Even if you're not overweight, even if you don't have health issues, even, well, I mean, you probably do have health issues if you have inflammation, but it's not just for people that are overweight or obese or whatever. Inflammation causes so many issues. It causes digestive issues, it causes pain, it causes fatigue, it causes extra strain and stress on your body. It's just not a good thing. And a lot of the things that we eat are inflammatory foods, but we also don't give our body a chance to recover. So intermittent fasting causes a reduction in inflammation, which for me has been very apparent just in the first 45 days of intermittent fasting, which is about how far I am in. I have Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, which is an autoimmune disease where your body produces thyroid peroxidase antibodies, or TPO antibodies, which will kind of attack your thyroid, and eventually it causes damage, and then you have to start taking thyroid replacement, which I actually just started a thyroid replacement about 3 months ago to get my TSH down a little bit. It's not super high, it's at like 5.2, which is high, but not high. So I'm trying to kind of, one of my goals, it kind of goes with the reduction of inflammation, is remission of Hashimoto's. So I'm trying to get my body to heal and into a point where it is in remission and not producing those antibodies actively, so that they're not attacking my thyroid, so my thyroid is not damaged beyond function. Another one of my goals is going to be weight loss. I am overweight. Right now I am at, I can't remember what I'm at right now. I will get to an update video that tells you that, but I started my journey out at about 193 pounds. And that is the heaviest I've ever been. I am 5'4", so 193 pounds is obese. I used to be 106 pounds. I got married when I was 20 something or other. Like, actually do the math. I was 23 years old when I got married, and I was 106 pounds. I just had a fast metabolism. That's just kind of how my body ran. After each kid, I did go hyperthyroid a little bit, so I lost the weight very quickly, but I always got down to around 115-ish pounds, and then my thyroid started to give out. I will say that I've done other diets. I've done elimination diets where I eliminated carbs. No gluten, no soy, no dairy, no sugar, none of that for 6 weeks, and I didn't lose a pound. Not even half a pound. I might have actually gained weight. So those things just weren't working, and intermittent fasting has really been working for me. I have lost about 12 pounds-ish in the 45 days that I've been doing it. And I've not changed how much food I eat. I have not changed what kind of food I eat. I have literally only changed when I put it into my body. So there is a window of time when I eat during the day. Usually mine is somewhere from like 2 to 8-ish in the afternoon. It varies. Some days I will close my window at 6 and then I'll open it early the next day. Some days I'll close it at 6 and leave it closed until 2 again. It depends on how I feel that day, which is the beautiful part. It's very flexible. It's very easy to keep up with. But it has definitely been super beneficial. So I did want to say, when I fast for 16 hours is my goal every day. Sometimes I'll go longer. Sometimes at 16 hours I'm ready to eat. I clean fast every day. I do not take in anything other than water and black coffee while I'm on my fast. I don't have cheats. I don't call them cheats. I have planned indulgences. Do I want to have a 14-hour fast because I want to go out to lunch and I wanted to eat later? Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I only fast for 14 hours. I try not to do that too often because I want to get more of the autophagy and health benefits from it. So I try to go 16 hours, but if I only do 14 hours, I don't feel like I'm cheating. I don't feel like I failed. I feel like I just didn't do as long of a fast that day. Verbiage matters. Like how you word things, how you present things even to yourself matters. So I don't have cheat days. I have planned indulgences. And I just wanted to, before I wrap up the video, I want to touch on a few things. If intermittent fasting sounds like something that is or that could be beneficial to you, that you want to try out, I did want to mention just a few things that you can kind of expect, or at least that I had experienced in the first maybe week to 10 days, just kind of to prepare you. So I thought I was going to be starving. To my surprise, I was not. My first fast, I did 14 hours because I had eaten until about 10 o'clock that night, and then I decided, no, I'm going to do this. I unfortunately woke up the next morning with a migraine. It was completely unrelated. I get migraines. And so I ate a little earlier than a 16-hour fast. So I started it at about 14 hours. I did that for a few days. I moved on to 16. I did have a low-grade headache for about the first 6 to 8 days. It wasn't like migraine quality. It wasn't awful. It was just kind of a dull ache, annoying, and kind of go away and come back. But after like the 6th day, that went away. Didn't even notice it. I did notice a huge reduction in inflammation just in the first, like even the first 5 days. I think I actually at one point lost like 4 or 5 pounds in one day, just because the inflammation, like your cells will go through this phase where they're kind of holding on to all of the fluid and moisture, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna let that go. And it's called a whoosh, like the whoosh effect. All of a sudden you just go whoosh, and there's weight gone. And most of it's water weight, but the reduction in inflammation and body recomposition that I saw was astounding. I will, in my next video, when I do kind of my first 6 weeks progress update, accountability video, I'm gonna post pictures that I took at about 10 days in, and then pictures that I took, I think at 32 days in, and then I'll do an updated picture now. And like the difference is insane. You can see such a reduction in inflammation, and even with just 10 pounds, say just 10 pounds down, the reduction in inflammation and the body recomposition, your body kind of healing and moving things around, is just insane. But yeah, so far it's been a fantastic benefit to me. I feel better, I sleep better, I have more energy during the day. I don't feel like I want to stuff my face all the time because I'm appetite correction, I'm not starving, and I feel like when I do eat, my body gets much better benefit out of the food. I'm fitting into clothes that I didn't fit into for the first time, and I don't remember how long. I say this like, I mean, it's been like several years. For the first time in several years, my shirts are actually hanging off my boobs instead of my belly, which is amazing. Overall, it's just been a really positive experience. So if you're interested in following my journey, or if you're maybe thinking about going along your own journey and you just want some encouragement or some real life results, then go ahead and subscribe down below for those updates. They will be coming, I think, every week. I'm going to try and post a video. And I'm going to link down below the book that I mentioned, Jen Stevens' book. And then if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability, or at least try to find the answers for you if I don't have them. So once again, just thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming on this journey with me and following along, and stay tuned for my next update video.